Hello and welcome to the Mclaren showroom here in Oman. I'm here today to take delivery of my brand new Mclaren 620R. The Mclaren 620R is based off the 570S GT4, which was one of the most successful race cars for McLaren to date. Initially codenamed as the P31, the Mclaren 620R was revealed at the end of last year, and it got me really excited. You see, McLaren planned to make just 350 of these cars, which would make it one of the most rarest modern-day McLarens. However, due to the production capacities this year, McLaren ended up producing only 225 cars. Within these 225 cars, McLaren produced only 25 cars with the ultra-exclusive GTR livery. I was really lucky to be selected to have the GTR livery on my car, which I think really brings the car to life. Just a disclaimer, this is by no means a racing video, and I'm definitely not a professional driver. I made this video just to share my passion for cars and also to highlight some of the beautiful roads that we have here in Oman. I hope that this video will inspire many of you to visit Oman and also to enjoy the breathtaking scenery that we are blessed with. I want to take a moment to highlight that this showroom is the first and only current showroom in the Middle East with the new corporate identity from McLaren. Being a real estate developer and having an appreciation for design, I'm really impressed by this place. The engineering, design, lighting, acoustics have all been approved by McLaren, and it really looks like something from the future. I'm very impressed by the showroom, and I'm excited to see more showrooms like this open up by McLaren dealerships around the world. Many of you are probably wondering, didn't McLaren just release the 600LT as the track version of the Sport Series? Well, think of it this way. The 600LT is a road car designed for the track, whilst the 620R is a more tamed race car. In terms of performances, the 620R has 20 more horsepower than the 600LT, but the same torque. So on a straight line, you would expect pretty similar results, and that's because of the additional weight that's coming on the 620R from the Aero kits. However, on the track, I would expect something much more. Having driven the 600LT on many occasions, I'm really excited to try out this car today and see how it compares. Here we have the McLaren 720, which I really love as a car.
The McLaren 720S is the current flagship car from the brand, and I think it was a real game changer for McLaren. You see, the car was branded and marketed very well.
What you're going to see with the 620R is that this car feels like a really luxurious car when you compare it to the raw nature of the 620R. And now I think this is the moment we've all been waiting for, so let's reveal the car. Wow, so my first impressions of the car is that it looks insane. When I first found out that I was going to get the exclusive GTR livery, I initially opted for a safer option, which was black. But then I thought about it and said that this car is mainly for the track, so why not go for something that's kind of crazy? The car is vermilion red, which I think really pops in the sunlight. I've had a chance to see this car before because I actually got the car completely PPF before taking delivery. And that's because I want this car ready to go straight to the track. Since we're only a few hours away from the weekend, I didn't get a chance yet to get the car inspected and registered. So many of you probably know that the yellow plates are what are issued in Oman. The dealer's been very good to me and offered me the dealer plates, so at least I can enjoy the car for the weekend before registering it next week. That explains the McLaren hat. The racing vinyl stickers are placed on the side and front of the car. My chassis number is 44, so I'm thinking of putting the number 44 here. I spec'd the car with MSO Azura Blue brake calipers to match with the 620R logo. You can see small elements of blue thrown in around the car. When we see inside the cockpit, you can tell that this is actually a racing machine. The glove box has been removed for weight saving. Even the air conditioning, sound system, and navigation are options. Luckily, I've added them in.
So let's take it for a spin.
So I've just tried out the McLaren 620R, and wow, what a car it has been.
The car feels much more raw than any McLaren that I've previously driven. Compared with the 600LT, I feel that the 620R is much more stable under braking. So what you would expect is that you can brake much later on turns, but that would also mean that you would expect to wear out the brake pads and tires faster than you would with just driving a 600LT around the track. On the road, however, I think that the 620R cannot really be enjoyed to its full potential. McLaren does give the option to spec this car with the same suspension that you would get with the 600LT. However, I think that would be an absolute waste.
The real USP about this car is that although it comes with the Pirelli Trofeo R semi-slicks, it's actually the only car that I've seen that has a set of fully slick tires that have been developed by McLaren that can be adjusted directly on the car without any mechanical alterations. That is definitely unheard of. So on track days, this car ends up feeling very much like a race car. These fully slick tires have been developed in-house by McLaren, which give the car an 8% larger contact patch and end up giving the car even quicker lap times. As you would expect, aerodynamic performance is key to the McLaren 620R. It borrows the same carbon fiber rear wing from the GT4, which in fact adds about 185 kilograms of downforce when put in the most aggressive of the three angles. What's really cool about this rear wing is that this is one of the key reasons that this car has become road legal, as it has a third brake light right in the center. Similarly, the front bumper, splitter and the bonnet have been redesigned for the road, which end up adding an additional 65 kilos of downforce. The aerodynamics are further added with the Aero S ducts. As you can see, the air comes in from the front bumper through the nose of the cabin and exits straight from the top of the car. The carbon fiber roof snorkel is an absolute must in the car. Although optional, we're going to see when driving down how beautiful the air duction noise is going to feel inside the car. The initial impression of the car is very familiar from the McLaren 600LT. I love the steering positioning, the Senna seats, gives you a lot of comfort and a lot of control in the car. The car feels really firm. I feel like I almost know before going into every turn what the car is doing and how the suspension is moving. That induction noise is unreal.
Honestly, I'm not sure why McLaren hasn't marketed this car better. In my opinion, it's much more exciting than any modern-day McLaren. The 620R has adjustable suspension and full ride height adjustability, which gives me a lot of control to customize the speed of the weight transfer when I'm on the track, which is why it's the perfect car for me.
You can see why the audio system is an option in this car, because honestly, you don't require it. Driving this thing is an absolute pleasure. Nothing like I've experienced before. So there you have it. I just test drove the McLaren 620R, and this car is an absolute machine. Completely raw, pure, and designed for the hardcore track lovers. When comparing it to the McLaren 600LT, I would say that this car is more precise and consistent, especially on the turns. However, on a regular road drive, I would say that the McLaren 600LT has more adjustability for stabilizing understeer. So this means that this car is faster and more consistent, but the McLaren 600LT might be a more fun drive depending on your driving style. I would like to thank McLaren Muscat for giving me the opportunity to own this modern day race machine, and I'm so happy to add this car to my collection. Most importantly, I would like to thank all of you who watched this video and shared my passion for cars. Please feel free to ask me any questions about this McLaren 620R or driving in Oman in general. I'll try to make more videos taking this car to the track and perhaps making some more videos in Oman off-roading. Thank you very much once again, and see you later.